lot of activities happened during the past several months. Now we will go to the zonal meetings, and I'm going to ask each of the leaders to give us a report of what had happened in their meeting. Let's remember that at the June meeting, the following members were appointed to serve as zonal coordinators. So I will start from the heart of the country, which is the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja. And the zonal coordinator is Dr. Eugene Umuka. So he will tell us now what had happened between June and now. Remember, one of the decisions was that the zones should have held their meeting before this reunion. So, FCT Abuja.
Thank you. We're just three in FCT. The president, Titus Ami, and myself. When we're in touch, incidentally, Titus, we desired to come for this reunion, but for some logistics issues, we were able to come. And when the president is here, we've not really had any formal meeting. Actually, it's been a hangout. I think we're still looking forward to that with the new year. When two of us will look at time and just hand out rivers of drinks. So that's just about what it is in the FCT. We were good. Titus is still very strong and ill and empty. And of course, it's all the president here. Yeah, I'm still bouncing. Thank you.
Such out new members.
Yinka.
Yeah, you got his number.
No? I haven't seen Yinka since we left. Yes.
Thanks for the information.
Joyce, you run membership drive.
I don't know where it is.
Once I tried to reach his children, I think via Facebook, if they could link me up with him, but I didn't get any response. All right. Dr. Bode Ogunbanjo for Lagos.
Well, nothing happened though. Although we talk to each other, but there are no formal meetings. But we communicate. There are no formal meetings.
Maybe we can put that to mind.
Yes, I was to suggest that we have to get together and involve.
Yeah, maybe after that
Saturday or something.
we require.
Thank you.
Follow us, we come.
Dr. Nestor Inimba, Niger Delta.
Thank you. Niger Delta seems to be very active zone. Not that we had formal meetings, but we see each other. We talk to each other. We meet at certain places. Events. Yes, and that Dr. Ejiwa Munike hosted us in his house. We were all there.
What was that? Between June and now?
Today is his birthday.
Was it between June and now?
Yes.
Okay.
So Nika was there, Dr. Margaret Hart, Dr. Mrs. Margaret Hart, Professor Tumoni Harry was there, president.
Only immediate.
After
Not
immediately,
No,
not
no.
immediately.
Can somebody please help me circulate the piece of paper for agenda?
Recommended by Dr. Nestor Liba and Professor Liba. So immediately, so he's now the acting coordinator of the Family Teaching Hospital in Port Harcourt, which has just taken off. We are yet to have a good number of patients. But that teaching hospital is supposed to serve the Family University of Medical Sciences. So Dr. Yes, Dr. Siri took it with us.
That person who sponsored him, Professor who?
Ihe kwaba.
He was a year Baba is a year and so.
Ihe kwaba.
He is in family. He has retired.
Yes, I think the Niger Delta team is doing, very well. Pardon?
So they see each other more
Yes.
frequently.
Yes. Even when you meet at those social events, I think that's the whole essence. We don't need to have a formal meeting where we will take minutes and things like that. But I think the whole idea is just for us to see what is happening with one another. So I think your team is doing very well. Please keep it up. Maybe you will let some of the oil flow to the other zones too, so that they too can. Thank you. Dr. Lat.
He had something to do, so he left much earlier than you thought. So before I was coming, they said, "Yourself and Professor Harris, you are gone, but you want to get back to work as soon as possible."
And they are taking their own
All right, let's move on. Dr. Olatunde Makole from UK. No person from UK is represented there. I don't know if he's online, whether he has anything to say. Is anybody following what's happening online? Okay, let's move on to the United States. Dr. Dayo Falashe. Ade will be in Houston. No, Canada and US. Yeah, you can ask your question, sir. Abi? There is also John Farley from Guyana. Was John Farley from Canada? The quiet one amongst the three of them. Yes, while we get to knocking on the doors. The newsletter, there's supposed to have been the second edition of Sui Generis. Unfortunately, the editor-in-chief isn't here today. The assistant editor, Winnie, she's not in the hall now. Perhaps we can step this one down. Maybe when she comes in, we may ask her to give us an update on that. The next item on the agenda is gift ship. Maybe we would like to hear from those of you who are enrolled under this program. But let me share with you the little that I became aware of. I think there were a lot of issues. I think there was a problem with the national database, and that messed up a whole lot of things. Those amongst us who are enrollees under this program, many were denied care when they went to their primary place of care. Perhaps I think it might even be better for you to hear it directly from the horse's mouth, so that I will not be relating what I was not a party to. Bode, you wanted to change your primary caregiver. Did you succeed in doing that? Okay. How about the service? Are you happy with the service? Okay. Yes. Etuk. Sorry, was it that you didn't access or you were denied care? Okay, that's a difference. Okay. Yes, those of you who have accessed care, can you enlighten Kunle? Please, let's make it a jiffy.
I was able to get to mine, but it was not my blood pressure was living on. There wasn't much problem except the long waits. I just purposely let myself unidentify and I went to, I was referred. No, that's when I went to my primary
Caregiver.
They didn't find my name, so I called. I think it's quickly. By the time I went back, called my name. I sat down with the gentleman who was the doctor. Said, well, what the service they had, that's a picture. Service they had, NHS wouldn't be able to pay for me, so they tried me to accept it. I started to subject myself to the process. It took time. Before I even got anything, people were already there. They gave me appointments. I sat down. We went through the thing. The hospital where you already registered. So you go there, then they will process your.
I never registered with any.
No, you must have given. You must have given. Chosen the hospital.
You chose the
Well,
hospital
facility.
to access care.
Yes. Go
Otherwise-
there. There's a NHIS unit. They will now. Yes. Now take your name, get your code, and then at least get you to go and see the doctor. That's all. It's a process, but you just have to be patient. So once you are through, yes, once you are through, you are able to go.
Actually, when I was assessing the, I had to challenge. 1 minute, please. When I was assessing this, in every month, I had no challenge. Each time I go, I get my medication, except that you have to pay 10%, which is different for any type of expenses. The only problem I have is, I think, messing up and taking out some of the names, not only me alone, but there are some same list.
I think they have
So as soon as that is resolved, I'm sure everything will go fine. Find time and look at the primary provider. If you have not read.
Yes. Yes, you can send your name.
It's not yet.
This is the right
The
time.
list will expire of 3 months.
3 months.
If you don't get registered now, and you get registered next year,
Information.
okay?
The place I'm working now, where I was before, the University of Chicago, we had health levels. They were taking care of us. But as I left after retirement, I'm with Pampo now. The River State government is starting to do their own, and they included us. So do I need to still do this other one?
Because it's not as robust as
Yes. My observation about the state social and health insurance company is that the benefits are far low compared with the NHIS.
Well, it's the same 15,000 that they told us they will take.
now it's 22.
Yes, they said they will increase.
Now it's 22.
Yes.
Nestor, look at the benefit package. If you are satisfied, you remain. If you are not satisfied, you can buy a supplementary health insurance, and that most likely will be with a private HMO.
What I'm trying to understand, can you do two?
That's what I'm saying.
State is different from NHS.
But they're telling us that state one is still connected to the national.
Maybe database.
Yes, the database, the data.
Not the benefit. They have different benefits.
So please, can we sure those of us who want to, because I actually said we are very free to put our names. Can we add our names? Like Alex has said.
For next to that, you have to give person who to move out from me according to Dr.
No, it's Nike.
Paquet.
It's Nike. Yes, it's Nike who should be coordinating the gift ship.
I promise to
Ọlọ́pàá. Yes. For those of you who are federal employees, because the health insurance for regular civil servants, those who are not in armed forces, the government deducts 1.5% of your total emolument and as 3.5% of your total emolument. That constitutes the premium that they pay to the HMO. Yes, will be assigned to HMO. You know, but then those in the armed forces, the government pays fully for them. Yes, like Olokpa, like who is a soldier here, you know. Chinwe, those one are all Olokpa. Okay, so that's why it's contributory for civil servants. Yes, Ekundayo.
Okay, thank you very much. Can I suggest we refer this to the zonal region so that you can talk about it? So because it will make more meaning there, because like my senior citizen, he doesn't understand the insurance process, so
Yes.
he needs to really understand. He has not made any effort to
Enroll.
How do you know that?
Okay, Kole, please speak with Annie, Function Annie. It will enlighten you. Okay. Even if you are not sick, it's good to go for medical checkup at least once. Yes, Olotu. Yes, sir. No, I took it. All right. Okay, let's move on to the next item on the matters arising. 50th anniversary reunion of Togetherness. I will call on the co-chair now. The two of them are here to address the House on the 50th anniversary of Togetherness. Thank you, sir. I think we will be able to get some financial report about that when the treasurer presents its report. The next item is welfare matters. At the last meeting, we did take a decision to give cash gift to 3 of our colleagues. That's let me go back to the minutes, so I will not call anybody's name in vain. All right. Dr. Alvin Enye, Dr. Patrick Ogwejefo, and Dr. Michael Obekwe. Dr. Obekwe was on the account of the death of his spouse. What we had agreed upon there was to give each one of them 300,000 naira. Perhaps the treasurer, is he, whether those processes are completed, that any money could be released from the account. So I bear witness to the fact that indeed the money was paid. Thank you.
What was the payment for housing?
Yes. Okay, knocking on neighbors' doors. I would like our PRO to speak to us on that, knocking on neighbors' doors.
Just to add,
I mean, what had happened between the last meeting in June and now?
okay. Not much except that I got to know that for those who are on the platform, we're able to get to them and respond. But there are others who are not on the platform. First of all, forgive me for not getting in touch with the Lagos people, but I was supposed to get in touch with all the zones to commit. That I've not been able to do. But I was able to pick out Osita Eke. I asked his wife passed on. Mbangu, I couldn't reach him. I tried to reach him through somebody that I know, his classmate, but he's not in charge. Oh, okay. Then somebody.
Moses Ilugalu.
Oh, you look at it.
Yes.
Okay, yes, he informed me that you will yes, you see,
Why is he not? For some time, he's not been talking or sending visual warning greetings.
Yes, other than
At the college projects, I'm putting up 2 issues related to that: the renewable energy to the CMU library project, and then the 1 million naira scholarship scheme. I don't know if we have any update. Okay, no update on that. Yes, report had been given, but what he is saying is that between June and now,
Is it working?
Let me give some. You know, we said last year, and then just to review what was happening. Unfortunately, myself and Dr. Lu decided to visit the library, Cyprus. We found the battery water for so many of the batteries were down, you know. And we were told when there was no power supply from the national that it doesn't function very well. So we now suggested that all they needed to do was just top up the battery water there. I got the man maintaining my home. I introduced him to the college, and they were supposed to do something, you know. So we gave them a bill, and they said they couldn't afford it. And I suggested that, like every civil service matter, you can make projections for the following year to maintain that in your budget at the head budgeted. So we waited, hoping that by this year we will do that.
So, I envisaged this problem a long time ago. You know, if you institute a project, you should be ready to maintain it. You don't depend on the person you give it to maintain it. The college will not maintain it. They will just let it go. And that's the waste of our money. That's all we should be ready to maintain it. Maybe in 3 months, they will visit it and they service it. And you know, the benefit will be for
What is because we're off record? What is because the engineering department was not involved in the whole thing? So you just
they will sabotage the whole thing.
Let them guys, we will try our best.
Should have everything that.
A decision that we are no longer going to be involved in projects. Yes. I thought, am I right? Yes. So, about suggesting that we should think of going to maintain that distance. I don't think we have that.
But now they don't go in already.
Okay, so that this does not become a
current issue, can we draw the curtain on both the solar project and the 1 million naira scholarship fund? Okay, so these two are closed permanently. Thank you, sirs and ma'ams. We go on to the next item, which is the we don't even know the state in which the batteries are now. And usually those batteries at best will serve 2-3 years. That is with proper maintenance. Yes.
Another set just to install the solar panel, you know, like whatever.
We have to reactivate it before we start.
ETUC.
Yes, if the tax, if we have 15 kilowatt lithium batteries, it costs about 2.5 million now. Wow. Yes. That's about 2.5 million. Yes.
As at the last time you did. As at the last time you did.
No, it's still not the correct cost.
That's about the current price.
Yes, that's come down.
But I don't think we have 2.5 million that we are going to invest on that.
I have the discussion here. He said he called him again, and later did not call him again. You understand?
So nothing was done.
Let me, I'll get it.
All right. Meanwhile, we'll take the treasurer's report.
Good afternoon. CMUL 79 was closed. It's no longer active. So we have to reactivate this one, which was the welfare account, because it was dormant, also dormant at the point. So we have reactivated it in October 2023. But we got from the last executive, we got statement of account, which we started using, and that was what we used to go and reactivate the account. We have to reactivate the account with 1,000 of the venue, like where we are today, and some other donations. There were members that donated money, and those were the amounts. Everything came to 4.6. 4.69 million. If you add that to the opening balance, you came to 12, you have 12 million, 81,578 forward. To plan this event where we are today now, what we are doing for this reunion, there was a lot of expenditure. So as the money was coming in, first of all, the first expenditure was the enrollees for the health insurance. They have to, the association had to pay the premium. And we paid the secretary. It was 44,000 something. We were paying 45,000. But the bills were eventually up to 60,000. The individuals that paid the hotel accommodation, that is the hotel accommodation, the all the decoration, all these are direct expenses. Video, DJ, souvenir, we paid 480,000. Then the bags cost 60,000. That is what went to 540,000. The grammar, radio for the next lecture, everything expenditure came to some total of 6.2. Then we have bank charges. How to Lemina, the First Bank of Wales, who helped us a lot. If not, this thing wouldn't have worked out. And I must commend Etu and the president. The premium for the insurance, since we could not operate the account, Etu had to pay his own personal money to, because if not, you will not be able to lose your so that money, since we could not even operate the account again, so we have to refund Etu. But eventually we were able to, when we started operating the account, the three of us, that is, we are signatories, the president, myself, and the secretary. I will initiate the transfer, and Tolu will approve, and he will review. Until that is done, money will not be sent paid out. That is the situation we need to know. So, eventually, some people for those bank charges and those real charges and all that, newsletter, to almost a million, 949. Total expenditure was 7,701,000. So if you remove the total income, that is what came in plus opening balance, eventually what is the account is 4.38 million. We've not paid for some of the things like the banner of our pictures outside. 30K plus the transportation. So or lady and gentlemen, distinguished colleagues, that is our report. So we have 1.something billion. If we are thinking of now going to do projects now, before you know what is happening, this money will be useless. So we pray that with time we have more activities to keep to bring ourselves together like this, and money will be required. We are no longer paying subsidies, dues, annual dues. That was discussed. I've forgotten the decision that was reached.
Let the secretary remind us.
Pardon?
Let the secretary remind us.
I've forgotten the decision. So thank you. That is the federal report for now. Thank you so much.
The decision we took was that we should continue to contribute to the welfare account, but that it is not by compulsion. It's voluntary and also ability to pay. As you probably know, unfortunately there are some of us who are not in a position to be able to make financial contribution. But those of us who by God's grace are endowed so to do, are encouraged to do so. And we don't want anybody to feel that maybe the treasurer or the financial secretary is pursuing him or her to make that contribution, but it's something that we encourage. As we can see now, we contributed for the of 4.7 million, but we've spent 6.2 million. So which means we have dipped into our reserve, what we brought from the previous ESCO to enable us to fund this one. So if we do not replenish this now, it means that we may not be able to gather ourselves together like this. And in fact, we had to cut back on some things we could have done because we are looking at the availability of funds. So we encourage ourselves to continue to do so. Yes, it's good.
Do we have a minimum? Did we fix an account? An amount to?
Well, it used to be 20K per annum.
In those days?
Yes, in those days.
Okay.
But we know what has happened to our Naira now. But again, when we also consider those years, many of us were in active service and earning salaries then. Now, most of us have retired, or those who are still working, maybe, exactly, But we do encourage ourselves to contribute. I mean, many of us belong to social clubs, and we know that we do pay annual dues.
The balance that we had before this new executive came on board, the opening balance was 6.8 million, right?
Yes.
That 6.8 million, how was it contributed? How did the money get to that? Is it just from free will donations or compulsory donations and compulsory yearly dues? You understand?
Yes, Etuk will answer that because he was the taskmaster then.
Well, at the end of our tenure, the bulk of the money we had was
What, from dues?
not being used for the thing. And the project fund, at the end we had project account 2 million, which was transferred to welfare account. That was gone. And
Sit down.
To show his serious.
That, or you don't look for this.
I'm ready to support you.
I would do that in view of the critical financial situation which we find ourselves and which we can see coming if we do not pay dues. I want to move that we go back to payment of dues, annual dues.
Okay, how much?
That, first of all, is the principle that
No, it's just the short cost, because
since, okay, if we're paying 20,000
240.
in 200,
How many years we say 100,000?
that is 10 years.
Every year.
10 years ago, we were paying 214, and we were paying 2,000. I support what Jessica said. If we don't make any contribution, whatever we have in the next 4 or 5 years would have come of nothing. If you have 2 million now, you keep it, after 4 years you can't do anything. So I was going to add to what he's saying. Let's look at the basic annual due that we have to pay, and then still encourage ourselves, even though we're not doing projects. Welfare is there, and when we look at welfare, the amount is a bit heavy. Any of us who has the will and the wherewithal should
30,000. I would have even said 25. 25. Because like Rufano said, many of us are retired.
It's still a big deal.
Come on contract.
Okay, it's all right. Let me
So,
just make it to this.
Can we just-
let me feel like people will respond. Not when you raise it so much, people will not respond. Only a few people will be paying that money. And it is not fair. The money that we have here now that we are all enjoying, the few people pay that money. Are we together?
But,
Just one moment.
yes.
Yes, Professor Noah, I saw your hand up.
Yes.
Yeah, take it down.
Okay, let me answer you.
Normally, punishment, they are not paying the annual dues as permitted from
No, that is not the way.
You cannot delete everybody's name.
In fact, well,
I said,
we should encourage
If we
we're
go,
going next.
it's a record is down.
Wait, there are too many people talking. So let's get this thing clear. But let me just point out one thing before we go forward. Many people are not here. Some people were of the opinion that we should not contribute anything. If you recall the discussions those days, I hope I'm right. That there's no point keeping money. They put forward that discussion.
Macaulay.
Fine. I know that I don't want to mention it.
No, it was a
one about
contribution
it.
we were
Yes.
talking about.
So there was so much discussion. But today we are seeing that it's necessary that for us to be an association, we must have some money. Otherwise, what we'll have is going to fizzle out in terms of monetary value and current value of money. So it's good that we just pay, let's call it operation, pay something small to maintain ourselves. It will help us in welfare, it will help us in other things. So that it won't be that we are at ground zero by the time anything meets us and we really feel desirous to do something. That's why I will really go with Alex and the two supporters who say we should pay something. All right, hold on, let's him. No, I can't sit down. Go. Because we need to leave here at 5 because we are going back at 6.
Okay,
Budget that down.
the purpose of
Budget
contribution,
that down.
the advantage is, number one, it keeps the accounts from being going into dormancy. Number two, it helps to
Because three people.
That was the decision we took. Even for this meeting, we said even if nobody makes any contribution and still feels like coming, that it's free to come. Yes, Kunle?
I was just going to say that we should make whatever is the condition that it should be made minimum. Those who can pay more, but there should be minimum of so much for everybody to belong to the group, and so that the account will not be dormant. But if you have more to pay, please do.
I think
I should define the minimum.
Yes, you should find a minimum that is mandatory for everybody. But for those who can pay more, pay more.
now, as a council, Dr. Omo has said that we can fix an amount. If you can pay up to that amount, too. If you can't pay up to that amount, just drop something. Those who can pay more than that should pay it. We shouldn't put it as a minimum. We just say this is our annual dues. We might in fact now tell people, if you can't pay up to that, pay what you can. It just gives you a leeway as to being a member. Okay, was it you? Okay, I thought it was okay. So, according to that's what we are saying. The mandatory is the 30K now.
Yes.
Is that not what we are saying?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Okay, we need to know how many months it takes for the account to go into dormancy. 6 months. Okay, 6 months. Maybe some people can donate the first 6 months of the year, and then other people donate.
No. If we just keep going, no, what he's saying is,
If we all donate the first 6
no,
months of
the 6
the
months
of
is
the
if
year,
nothing comes in 6 months. No,
And that's so expensive.
if nothing comes in.
Next item on the agenda, I shall go.
I think we've discussed everything that we need to discuss.
Yeah.
So we
Yes.
go now to plan 2025. What we're actually looking at is maybe to continue with the current plan that you have put for us. We've been able to do. Sorry, I can't. Let me just close this one. Okay. We will continue to promote the zonal meeting, and then the general meeting we will do. The newsletter, unfortunately, Willie is not there to give us an update, but I'm very sure that we all like the maiden edition. I think we were expecting the second edition to be published before this meeting, but it didn't happen. So we will work on that to make sure that
Comes out in the first quarter of next year.
yes.
Don't worry. Don't worry. Just there. Don't worry.
Yes, Alex.
There's a constitution in this one.
I noticed in the zonal groupings that we have,
Yes.
that there is no southeast. We have south-south. We have Lagos. We have Abuja. We have Australia. We have southeast. We have
Government area.
because
No, I
People are there. We are.
Yes, we have people in the southeast, and I think, yes. So I want to suggest that this house, now, this city, that we appoint somebody
Professor Luca is here.
as
About-
coordinator
Yes,
in
ma'am.
southeast.
Aluka is here. Now, please, Onitsha, Aba, Enugu, Ebonyi. There are plenty here now. If we have numbers, give it to him.
I want to suggest that Professor Aluka
Yes.
be made the zonal coordinator.
Yes, I've recorded that already.
Formal motion.
Etuk.
Yes. Secretary, what I want to say is, at this stage, having gone this far, I would suggest that let us not embark on any monumental project. Let us see how we can
Manage ourselves.
and manage ourselves.
I didn't present any project for consideration for next year.
He is emphasizing.
Still, we want to go back, still on knocking on our neighbors.
Yes.
Don't knock on them, knock on their doors.
Their doors.
Don't love them.
Dr. Asian.
It's in America. Uche.
He was here with us this last 5 years. We heard that he it's not reviewed. I don't know whether anybody I don't know whether anybody has reached. Yes, it's Lagos.
Where is he?
This is supposed to be Lagos.
Is in a Lauren. He has retired. Let me remind us, I think I've closed the minute, but I can open it again. We did set up criteria, to benefit from the fund. Unfortunately, we did not include deceased members. Their relatives benefiting. That's minutes of.
I don't think that should be necessary. Is it because the member will not benefit from whatever money you put in the family?
Except it's a spouse.
Yes, this are the criteria that we have so far. Criteria for benefiting from the fund are reaffirmed as follows: death of spouse, ill health, and being destitute. Yes. That. No, actually, I was there. I went with Lamidi Chitu. What he did was that he divided the money into 2 envelopes because he had 2 wives. So handed one to the senior and another envelope to the junior wife.
Cash? Was it cash?
Cash, yes. Okay, I'm not sure whether we have clearly defined who will benefit at that time. Yes, we have copies, or at least soft copy. Ekundayo.
Yes. I think, this is flawed, what the criteria. You said death of spouse, death of investment. How about death of member?
Get up.
That we have been practicing. We have been practicing the evolution from Sami, we did it for Adishokon, and we did it for I think that's what's in the constitution, is it not? Yes, it's in the constitution.
That's 500.
No, not 500, 200,000 for somebody who has subscribed to the welfare, and then additional funds raised from the
These contributors to this scheme in their time of need. You know, and obviously, if it's as it is, we cannot interpret this to mean somebody who is diseased, because the disease no longer had any need. Okay, so that's why maybe we focused on the family, the spouse. No. If the spouse, passes away, and the member is still with us, then we can assist the member. Thank God our president is here to give us the closing remarks. Okay, but we will look at the constitution and then yes. Yes. Yeah, we may not be able to discuss that now. We will send a draft of the proposed amendment to our constitution, and then we can make all our contributions at that time, and then we will have another version. Yes, Clement, sir. Yes.
If our member dies and the spouse is not our member, we have no obligation by this. But if our member loses the spouse, then we carry the money and give to our member. That is what is meant by death of spouse. The person we are going to visit is our member.
Yes.
He lost his spouse.
Yes.
We cannot go and visit our member who is dead.
Yes.
So that I think what has happened to us is correct, because that is the person that concerns us, the surviving member of the couple. So the family who are not our members, that is what
Yes.
Trump is trying to emphasize.
Yes.
So if we are going to have an amendment, it will be on the question that if a member dies, do we now send somebody to
This family,
if
yes.
the spouse is still alive, or to the family?
Yes.
Exactly. Nearest relation, like son, daughter, or
Yeah, it would be nice if we are going that way to define the next of kin, because where you have
exactly.
many, then that could be an issue.
The complication here, sir, is that the complication, let me mention this. The practice, what you are saying now before, is different from what has obtained. Two times.
Three times.
Or three times. Members have died, and we have taken money and taken to the family, whether spouse or whatever. We have done it once, we have done it twice. So that's why when it's raising this question, should we give something to this member who died? Should we not give something? And we are saying no, it's not in the constitution. But even though it's not in the constitution, we have been doing something contrary, doing something contrary. You understand? So that is that's why we are talking about amendment of the constitution.
To regularize what we did before.
I mean, what were the rules?
You have to be definite about it, otherwise there's so much ambiguity now.
No,
That's what he said.
That's what I'm saying. Because we have done it for some 2 or 3 people.
But if it is not right, it's not right. Even though we have done it before.
Yes,
It's not right, it's not right. So
All right.
If
We shouldn't debate this one more. You will have opportunity next year when we send out draft amendment. Yes, Chris.
Yes. Arising from our discussions here now, we said we will try and pay annual subscriptions. But when we look at what we are discussing about welfare, I think there should still be a welfare contribution. Because you said somebody has to pay for somebody when he died to qualify, to be given benefit. If that is the case, it means that benefit will go to those who have contributed. No matter how small it is, everybody should be seen to be a contributor. You know, so that we don't start defining you didn't pay you after the person has died.
Thank you. Yes. Okay, we need to vacate this place so that they can rearrange for our dinner. So we should try to round up now. I don't know if we have some of our members online who want to give us goodwill messages. Oh, okay. The president is here. He will come and give us a closing remark, and then somebody will make a motion for adjournment, and then we'll close the business session.
Just a suggestion.
Yes, sir.
I think instead of the president giving us a remark here, he's still going to talk to us at the dinner. So why don't
Okay, he can say hello now.
You are taking the time I will have done.
Save the best for dinner.
Yeah, sorry. Well, it's just my pleasure that even in my absence, I'm sure you've had an excellent session. I'm sorry I had to be out of a gathering earlier today. This today, 22nd of November, marks exactly 10 years when my father-in-law died. Okay, exactly 10 years. He died on November 22, 2014. And he lived for many, many years in Lagos. So the activities to mark that 10th anniversary going on in Lagos, which I couldn't participate in from yesterday. But my wife had been in Lagos since Saturday, coordinating things that will happen here and also in Ado-Ekiti, the whole place. But today I had to go and join, at least so that there will be no risk of them snatching my wife from me at this time. So I'm sorry that was I had to leave and then I had to rush back also. But like I said, I'm sure we've had an excellent session. We will see all these details when the draft is passed round, later. And then we look forward to a later session in the evening. I'm no more going anywhere today. I'm here fully for the dinner. So let us rise. I want to commend the secretary, and I'm sure Eugene and Nestor, I told them about this, and Winnie as well, that I will be out this morning. But I didn't want to announce yesterday evening. So I'm happy, and I thank all of you for an excellent session. Thank you very much. So,
all right.
Before we rise,
Do
from Charles Abaka. Can you remember that type of person?
German colleague.
The German colleague who joined us. He said he was not aware.
oh,
He's in Hebron terminal. UIT terminal. Charles Abaka.
German colleague.
what time did we put on our program?
6. No, it's 6.
And the DJ will be here at 6.
Okay.
He's already set up.
6 p.m. so that our colleagues who are from town can go back in good time.
Yes, please. I'm going to call Wasil now. He can fix up.
Okay. The
In absence of any other thing, I move an adjournment of the
Sorry, can I have the attendance? Can I have the attendance